Quick cure. Please draw a number and be seated. Remain in a calm, orderly state until your number is called, at which point
Religion Talk Radio.
Telling you who to trust, how to feel, how to think. Tired of corporate mandated gobbledygook?
Listen to me, folks. Everyone is so mortified when anyone speaks out against the world's Scythian government. But is that anything new? This is Freeman TV on Status Post. Listen, humanity, you've always shunned uncomfortable truths, but the social engineers, they're coming to get... Hey!
We know what's best for you. Your health is our priority. We take every credit we earn incredibly seriously and pledge to provide the highest...
Turn that dreaded commute to work.
The white zone is for immediate...
Scythian government has tasked all institutions within the establishment to re-educate the masses. We all beg of you. Never right. In fact, it is very wrong. Did you know expressing the wrong opinions actually breaks God's law? This can be punishable with heavy fines or even jail time. It's time to abandon facts. Stop doing your own research. Stop questioning the narrative. Trust the narrative. If you distrust the narrative, you are a distrustful person. If you openly speak about distrusting the narrative, you will be put on a list as problematic. Critical thinking is a prison. Let us tell you your thoughts. We will make up your mind for you before you even have to think. Are you not a team player? Why be a public nuisance when you can...
What I have seen underground is nothing short of horrific. It's not just our experiments. Something is alive down there. Upon extraction, I must demand Zane reconsider his Lucidus initiative. It must be shut down immediately and permanently. We must seal the underground facility. Grimm is a good man, but I fear he's been staring into the darkness for far too long and losing sight of why we all started this.
And for the love of all that is holy,
Peter is an organism that fuses with PT, the portly pig animatronic. Peter has an insatiable hunger. After rampaging through the facility for several days, he found his way into a burger bomb simulation stage that was under repair. Construction workers were fixing up the building. Me and my team were working on a large quantity of AI units, when all of a sudden, Peter burst in. He devoured the entire construction crew, all of my scientists, and dozens of AI units. I hid in the walk-in. I heard the screams of my friends and my co-workers as they were massacred. After hours, I finally emerged only to find Peter overburdened and fused to the floor. He couldn't reach me, and I made it onto the only survivor. The employees who lost their lives were simply wiped from the records. Their history as a company erased. Their families have no idea they even worked here. And now, I'll never hear from them again. Paragon must pay.
Paralyzed from the waist down, and a few of the other cast members just vanished. After all this went down, they started bringing in international actors and actresses because all of the local talent started to hear all the rumors that the production was cursed and were too scared to even try out.
So not only is the production team abusive and threatening, but there also might have been a supernatural element at play. It's almost like you know my listeners.
Yeah, that was what had us all so spooked. We weren't sure if this was all a curse or if it was just abusive management, because the management were actually just as scared as we were. Strange things would go down on set, like
says there's supposed to be a happy exhibit there. Why don't you go check it out? Sounds like a blast.
Welcome to Quick Cure. Please draw a number and be seated. Remain in a calm, orderly state until your number is called, at which point our health technicians will attend to your health needs. Thank you for choosing Quick Cure to be your healthcare provider. Quick Cure, serving the New Elysian City for almost 50 years.
Seacoast Road Public Radio. Giving a voice to the people.
like energy? Do you love energy? Do you find yourself using up so much energy every day that you're running out of it? Taking multiple naps and sleeping for 12 hours? Hitting that snooze button over and over again? Well, no more of that! Get yourself some Jazzy Java. Our coffee is like a crisp slap in the face from a...
No music, no gimmicks. Just soul simulation. New Religion Talk Radio.
Hey everyone, welcome back to New Legion Talk Radio.
The Saphian solar system is home to 8 planets.
You may also recognize me from my...
Karthak is the closest planet to our sun. Once inhabited by life many cycles ago, it is now but a desolate wasteland. The ruins of past civilizations dot the landscape, along with endless volcanic mountain ranges. Our research indicates Karthak will never be able to sustain life again.
G'day, mate. How's it going? Northbury Pale Ale is gonna get you buzzed. Whether you're a true blue bloke or a top shiller.
Uh-huh.
Sure, it might be bitter as it gets, and it'll have you running to the bog. But so what? That's how you know it's working. Don't be...
Tired of corporate mandated gobbledygook? Ditch the propaganda. Listen to the beat.
I am okay.
Hey, you aren't E7. Who are you? What? Cow got your tongue? Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, right. I'm kinda just a talking head. Say, you don't know what's going on, do you? Right. Well, I'm an artificial intelligence cybernetic organism. Or a robot, if you will. E7 was a human like you. A friend. Haven't seen him in a while, though. He woke me up. Now I'm going to wake you up. All of this is fake. And E7 made recipes to try to break out. See those blueprints over there on the walls? It shows you the ingredients you will need. Throw all 3 of those ingredients into Obscura's fabricator and watch the magic happen right before your very eyes. Sometimes my body goes entirely numb, and I don't know why. Hey, have you climbed every mountain? What are you looking at, human? Sometimes my body goes entirely numb, and I don't know why.
What I have seen underground is nothing short of horrific. It's not just our experiments. Something is alive down there. Upon extraction, I must demand Zane reconsider his Lucidus initiative. It must be shut down immediately and permanently. We must seal the underground facility. Grim is a good man, but I fear he's been staring into the darkness for far too long.
Who needs exercise, nutrition, proper sleep, sunlight, and a properly balanced diet when you got Quick Cure and Obscura Biotech by your side? Our new line of supplements and prescription pills will...
アプリシエートハブアハッピーハンブルデー We are so appreciate ハブアハッピーハンブルデー
Has it...
Listen,
Whether you live to...
One of my favorite things to do is rent King's Comfort rooms, where people have died or been murdered, and just like lay in the dead energy of the room. I always remember to bring my jet black thermals with me when I do, and these overpriced candles to set ambiance. Ambiance. They're shaped like crows and ravens. It's awesome.
If you're my age, you probably grew up with the Fun Zone consoles. With it, all the great games. Senile Showdown, Toxic Invaders, Super Barnyard Buds, Bobby Bomb 'em. Fun Zone had the best of the best. And one voice actress was heard louder than all. I had the opportunity to speak to Miss Lainey M about her career in voice acting. Thanks so much for talking to me. Big fan of your work. I've heard you in, well, everything. I won't take up too much of your time and get right to it. What are some of your most famous roles?
I've acted in movies and TV and voiced the characteristic properties in cartoons, animes, and video games. My most known was probably as Happy the Humble Heifer, specifically in the Farmyard Festivities reboot, Happy's Humble Hijinks. What a fun gig. I grew up watching reruns of Festivities, so to be in the reboot of such a classic show, oh, it was a bit surreal. Now come on, buds. Giving up isn't in our nature. If we keep digging, we'll surely beat the farmer and Horatio Hare back to the barn. Put your hind legs into it.
I grew up with the Buds too. I used to play the Super Barnyard Buds games growing up. How long did you voice Happy and what else were you featured in?
The show...
Quick Cure, we know what's best for you. Your health is our priority. We take every credit we earn incredibly seriously and pledge to provide the highest quality healthcare your credit can buy. You can trust our healthcare technicians to unfailingly bring you the best prescriptions, treatments, and vaccinations. Quick Cure, serving the new Elysian City for almost 50...
Human.
Has restless leg syndrome gone full restless body syndrome? Are you...
You're scared of me? I'm harmless. Look at me. I'm just ahead.
Yo, do you even live, bro?
Earn my trust before I just spill all the beans about Obscuro Biotech. Their motto is fabricate reality. Get it?
Set yourself at...
nurses never clean up clothes. One senior citizen will stand for the rights of all the elderly. From Hellraiser Games comes the first-person beat-em-up.
Are you a conformist or something? You better rage against the corporate-sanctioned, socially acceptable subsection of the machine. Yeah, that's right, get angry. About the scapegoat shield issues designed to take the heat off actual problems, turning society into a rotten, decaying, oppressive, tyrannical corpse. Show your anger by buying spike-studded armbands. I'm dead inside. Are you a conformist or something? You better rage against the corporate-sanctioned, socially acceptable subsection of...
Leave a message at the tone and we...
Turn that dreaded commute to work.
The white zone is for immediate...
It will leisurely drive through audio paradise. Legendary.
For those of you listeners who are gamers, new news from New Elysian.
You think you got the fastest hands in the land. You think you got what it takes to dominate the competition. Then test your might at our fighting game tournament. Every Senile Showdown game has its own bracket. We celebrate the entire franchise. So whether you're longing for the old days of retro beat-em-ups and arthritis, looking to prove your might in the more technically difficult Immaculate Triumph, or you want to see the sweat pop off the sides of the skulls you wallop in the immersive, realistic graphics of elderly eradication.
Jazzy Java Joint. Has it all? A band? Coffee? That's it, really. The coffee sure does give you a boost, though. You can serve customers at Burger Farm like 3 times as fast after you drink one.
district rights are trampled by the world's Scythian government, where will you turn? Turn to the people themselves. Seacoast Road Public Radio.
Welcome to Seacoast. When you just want to sit back, take it. And enjoy some classic tunes like Farmyard Festivities, Happy Humble Hijinks, and Escape from the Barn. Then man, there's no better snack.
Talk Radio. Telling you how to trust everyone, how to feel complacent, and how to think.
Ronaldo, Ronaldo's Muscles fame. What a legend.
That awkward moment where you don't know the song names from the band you're listening to. Like, you don't know the bassist's birthday or the guitarist's third favorite mistress's favorite color. Do you even, listen to this band? Do you even listen to this band? You better start. And you're in luck. We have exclusive CDs available.
Here at Quick Cure, we know what's best for you. Your health is our priority. We take every... earn incredibly seriously and pledge to provide the highest quality healthcare your credit can buy. You can trust our healthcare technicians to unfailingly bring you the best prescriptions, treatments, and vaccinations. Living the new Elysian City for almost 50 years.
So much is expected of us in modern Scythian society. We gotta work, pay bills, say the right things, and avoid the wrong places. Meet the right people so we can avoid the wrong situations. And make sure we're doing right even by those that do us wrong. So we'll never have to deal with the karmatic consequences of wrongfully going about our day. Do so until we stand rightfully accused of being in the wrong place at the wrong time for the wrong reasons. So much stress. Drink your coffee and get so juiced up on caffeine, your mind will shoot right past any sort of existential questions like these. Leave society behind with our caffeine.
Has restless leg syndrome gone full restless body syndrome? Are you staying up 3 days at a time with barely any sleep? Are you having an impossible time calming down? Then you should try Obscura.
Seacoast Road Public Radio. Giving a voice to the people. And a platform to broadcast.
Another day, another dozen reasons to move off the grid and never interact with anyone again. I mean, where to start with this generation of Scythians? An entire function on status posts just to report and dox each other? I thought that was what the block button was for. If someone bothers you, block them and move on. You probably should use the block function, since nowadays people can't agree to disagree like socially competent adults. They turn to RAT and go for the jugular, try to get each other fired. Oh, you voted differently. I'm hitting the squeak button. I'll have your job. Yeah, what a healthy way to deal with opposing viewpoints. Why bother competing when you can just cancel the competition instead? At this point, we may as well start burning books to heat our houses. I don't get why we're rewarding people for becoming the very surveillance drones we used to be terrified of. What, when it's robots watching you, it's scary? When it's your neighbor watching you, it's progress? Then again, we're wiretapping ourselves now with these Paragon OS systems, and all for the sake of laziness. Wiretap, can you add blueberry muffins to my shopping list? These Paragon OS systems get installed in our homes, sync with all of our devices, sync with our Obscura biotech 3D printers, have access to our computers, our social media accounts, our banks. No one finds all nightmares getting printed in your garage. That's just an artificial intelligence gaining sentience, hacking into your 3D printer and spawning your robot killer. And your surviving family members will foot the electric bill. But don't worry about that. You should be worried about spying on your neighbor, looking for something to squeak on him for. You know who doesn't get squeaked on? The world's Scythian government, ever since they took control. Never got held accountable for the nuclear meltdown on Durijongo. Instead of legal action and a thorough investigation, they formed a world government out of it. They rewarded their own incompetence with complete control of Scythe. No one finds that insane. Nah, you're all too busy ratting on each other and taking videos of yourself lip-syncing instead of questioning what the people in control are doing. On that note, how's lip-syncing a trend now? You'll get yelled at for self-promotion if you share an original song, but if you lip-sync to someone else's song, you get an endorsement deal with Bump Cola. It's like anything that takes effort and skill makes the masses feel inadequate and angry. So they hype up the laziest, most dull people to feel better about themselves. These people think their life is a music video, but they don't even know how to make music. And for some reason, they get rewarded for it. You can't blame kids for becoming vapid narcissists when it's what society encourages. But the adults in their 20s and 30s falling for this, what's your excuse?
Hi. You may recognize me as Lamont from Status Post. Whenever I'm streaming the latest games like Psychotic Senility and Super Mario Bros. Legendary Edition, I use Shark Focus to give me the edge over players and NPCs alike. Shark Focus, giving you a new perspective.
Alrighty, folks. So instead of sharing my thoughts on Senile Showdown, Savage, Psychotic Senility, I thought, let's do something a little different and talk about the critically maligned fan favorite, Senile Showdown, Geriatric Genocide. So. Breaking up the ante, like, a lot. It provided, like, satisfying crunches and splatters after a perfectly executed combo. It wasn't what... It was the introduction of, quote, early retirement finishing moves. You leave your opponents dazed, right? And players who successfully input a, quote, special combo would then do, like, a brutal death scene. And it was Hellraiser... It was like they finally realized they just took enough time and stepped away from developing games, and they listened to what Jackie Joe Johnson was actually saying about their goofball franchise, and they leaned fully towards making the game he actually feared. Of course, fanfolk ate it up early. Physician Freak, the Dementia Demons, and Governor Lockdown, and more. The characters were wicked sweet, man. They brought sci-fi and fantasy elements into the series. So if you're like me and you missed out on buying the first series of SSSPS, could do that forever, definitely consider checking out the classic Senile Showdown classic, man. Geriatric Genocide. Do it.
Do you ever think the world is just gonna, like, end out of nowhere? Maybe a comet will come and wipe us out, or there'll be a mega volcano. We'll all just fall each other out. It could happen tonight. You better not be caught dead and played, dude. You gotta dress like every single day is your funeral. Buying art dark shirts with skulls, barbed wire, and thorns on them. They even come pre-torn.
Do you like energy? Do you love much energy every day that you're running out of? Taking multiple naps, sleeping for 12 hours, hitting that snooze button over and over again? Well, no more of that! Get yourself some jazzy...
ウィアーソーアプリシエート、ハブアハッピーハンブルデー。
a world where the elderly just want to retire on their own terms. In a nursing home where orderlies abuse the ones they are supposed to take care of. In a retirement community where nurses never clean out commodes. One senior citizen will stand for the rights of all the elderly. From Hellraiser Games.
Much is expected of us in modern Scythian society. We gotta work, pay bills, say the right things, and avoid the wrong places. Meet the right people so we can avoid the wrong situations. And make sure we're doing right even by those that do us wrong. So we'll never have to deal with the karmatic consequences of wrongfully going about our day, wronging others with no right to do so until we stand rightfully accused of being in the wrong place at the wrong time for the wrong reasons. So much stress! Drink your coffee and get so juiced up on caffeine, your mind will shoot right past any sort of existential questions like these. Leave society behind with our caffeine. Jazzy's Java, for when you gotta go fast!
take your call. Leave a message at the tone, and we'll get back to you.
E7 woke me up for the first time. It was a little overwhelming. Well, let's start from the beginning. It all started when I was nothing but a processor and a motherboard. A couple of nuts and bolts, and yeah, who am I kidding? Nobody actually cares where I came from or when I was made.
Seacoast Row Public Radio. Giving a voice to the people. And a platform to broadcast.
When you just want to sit back, take it easy, and enjoy some classic tunes like Farmyard Festivities, Happy Humble Hijinks, and Escape from the Barn.
As district rights are trampled by the world's Scythian government, where will you turn? Turn to the people themselves. Seacoast Row Public Radio.
Welcome back to Seacoast Row Public Radio. Obscura Biotech has big plans for Scythe. They've got really big ambitions and the funding to make it happen. I've talked about their fabricating reality initiative before, and it has gotten no less scary in the past, 10 years since they started leaning into it heavily. At least 8 since I started mentioning it, trying to warn you all.
that awkward moment where you don't know the song names from the band you're listening to, like shit.
In a world where the elderly just want to retire on their own terms.
Have a happy 100
Showdown, Toxic Invaders, Super Barnyard Buds, Bobby Bomb 'em. Fun Zone had the best of the best. And one voice actress was heard louder than all. I had the opportunity to Thanks so much for talking to me. Big fan of your work. I've heard you in, well, everything. I won't take up too much of your
I've acted in movies and TV and voiced the characters to properties in cartoons, animes, and video games. Specifically in the Farmyard Festivities reboot, Happy's Humble Hijinks. What a fun gig. I grew up watching reruns of Festivities, so to be in the reboot of such a classic show, oh, it was a bit surreal. Farmer and Horatio Hare back to the bar. Put your hind legs into it.
I grew up with the Buds too. I used to play the Super Barnyard Buds games growing up. How long did you voice Happy and what else were you featured?
The show ran for, I think, 6 seasons, and there were a few movies as well. The ratings were strong at first, but eventually they leveled off. The Vannevar twins didn't seem too interested in ratings and profits. They were all about making a reboot that captured the spirit of the original. Obscure programming wasn't too happy or humble about that. They came in, canceled the show, and all the upcoming TV movies, and took a more hands-on approach with everything. Into a writer's room they weren't in control of, and they actually had the nerve to fire the entire voice acting staff, only to rehire us on later reboots at lesser wages, and after some of us had been working there for decades. Harvest and stretched it over an entire anime show and comic books and horror films. That was Obscura's big game changer. The anime was for the kids, the comics were for the teenagers, and the movies were for the young adults. To make it all more confusing, all 3 series were called some variation of Escape from the Barn, despite existing in separate timelines.
Which of those did you wind up working on?
Escape from the Barn, the anime, was a TV series about the Barnyard Buds on the run. Every episode furthered the story. Characters would be introduced only to be killed off in a later season or even in the same episode. After a number of characters introduced were killed in the same episode, it came to be a trope known as red fur. Way more drama than it was comedy. By the final season, it was leaving kids crying and having nightmares. Do you think Gary the Grumpy Goat or Dimitri Duck would have laid down their lives for us if they knew we would all chicken out right at the finish line? Huh?
No, you stayed with that show until the end, and I won't spoil, what happened in the finale. Were you involved in the Nightmare Kaiju films as well?
Sure was. That was an interesting gig. The Escape from the Barn Nightmares film. They were basically horror movies for young adults. The mascots were nightmare forms, which were giant kaijus that would destroy cities. I actually voiced the kaiju screams. I did the screams of the monster cow, Happy. And Petey, the portly pig. By the time they were on their third Nightmare film, they wanted to cut costs and film exclusively on Duri Jongo Island. Apparently they had some weird underground movie studio set up. The whole thing creeped me out. So, I bailed. I think they kept using my screams for the first 2 films anyway. They never sent me the royalty check, but by that point I was too spooked to want to bother them. They could keep me. From me.
Yeah, an underground movie studio does sound pretty sketchy. I don't blame you for bailing at all. What kind of weird stuff was happening when we were still there?
I left before any truly weird stuff started happening to staff and talent, but after I left, forget about it. People thought the franchise was cursed. You never heard about the farmyard festivities on Ice Drama? When that scandal was in full swing, no one wanted to touch the franchise. Restaurants were shutting down, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, I never heard about the On Ice Drama. What happened?
I don't know much. I just heard second and third hand. Oh, wait, you know what? I have a friend. Their son was a tour actor for the On Ice shows. I'll have him reach out. He's been meaning to talk about it to someone in the media. Duty calls. It's been great talking with you. I'll message you. He wants to remain anonymous, but still has a pretty juicy story you'll probably want to break. Anyway, take care.
People say the ending to Escape from the Barn, where used to take 30 minutes to download a 1-minute video. We are not the same.
Sup, Status Post? It's me, the Shogun himself, Corey Kenshin. You already know I'm always getting down on the latest Fun Zone titles. Whether I'm breaking ankles, escaping the infected, and Here the Living Dead, or breaking freaking necks in the latest fighting games like Senile Showdown, Old Home Throwdown. Bars. I like to grub before a game, and when I'm extra, that's when I know I gotta go with the delicious, scrumptious, Happy's Humble Breakfast Buffet. I know, there's not many left around, but if you're close enough to one, and I'm talking like within close, then you gotta go. All you can eat from a mouth-watering buffet, Petey's crispy bacon and pork sausage, Charlie's country fried chicken, Happy's breakfast T-bone, so much more. It's like even a farmer's getting in on the action with the sickle scrambled egg. In fact, I'm gonna head there now. It's breakfast all day. Let's get it.
When you just want to sit back, take it easy, and enjoy some classic tunes like Farmyard Festivities, Happy Humble Hijinks, and Escape from the Barn.
We are so appreciate. Have a happy humble day.
Turn that
Who needs exercise, nutrition, proper sleep, sunlight, and a properly balanced diet when you got Quick Cure and Obscura Biotech by your side? Our new line of supplements and prescription pills will have you feeling at your best in no time. Whether it's pain busters,
Just wearing little suits.
welcome to Quick Cure. Please draw a number and be seated. Remain in a calm, orderly state until your number is called, at which point our health technicians will attend to your health needs. Thank you for choosing Quick Cure to be your healthcare provider. Quick Cure, serving the new Elysian City for almost 50 years.
As district ranks are shredded by the world's Zydian government, where will you turn? Turn to the people themselves. Seacoast Road Public Radio.
Welcome back to Seacoast Road Public Radio. Obscura Biotech has big plans for Cyprus. They've got really big ambitions and the funding to make it happen. I've talked about their fabricating reality initiative before, and it has gotten no less scary in the past, 10 years.
Hello, this is Red Spin, Status Post, and I am proud to present to you.
Alrighty, folks. So instead of sharing my thoughts on senile showdown, savage, psychotic senility, I thought, let's do something a little different and talk about the critically maligned fan favorite, senile showdown, geriatric genocide. So this one, it really got Jackie Joe Johnson and the media going. The gore was a bit over the top.
Set yourself at ease. Spritz your room with a few bursts of hidden meadow fragrance, and you'll feel as though you've entered a majestic field. Wind in your hair, sun on your face, and the most beautiful view on sight standing before you. Aromatherapy's been proven to alleviate stress. Brain massage. Essential oils from an actual, real-life hidden meadow are utilized in our top-secret formula. All designed to give your nostrils a delight, and your soul a spiritual nourishment it yearns. Hey mate, how's it going? Northbury Pale Ale is gonna get you buzzed. Whether you're a true blue bloke or a top shiller. Sure, it might be bitter as it gets, and it'll have you running to the bog.
アプリシエート、ハブアハッピーハンドルで。
In a world where the elderly just want to retire on their own terms.
What if this isn't real? Am I real? Oh, God.
Legion Talk Radio.
Hey everyone, welcome back to New Legion Talk Radio. It's me, the radio DJ. You may also recognize me from my ASMR death metal band, ASM Carnage. Today I am...
Hello, this is Rev Spin with Status Post, and I am proud to present to you Beard ASMR.
Seacoast Road Public Radio.
That awkward moment where you don't know the song names from the band you're listening to. Like, shit, you don't know the bassist's birthday or the guitarist's third favorite mistress's favorite color. Do you even, listen to this band? Do you even listen to this band? You better start. And you're in luck. We have exclusive CDs available. Check out our store playlist filled with all kinds of different metal.
Turn that dreaded commute to work.
The white zone is for immediate...
The first encounter with Azure happened shortly after the nuclear strike on Durajonga. For months beforehand, there were rumors. People said they heard noises from the dark and the staff would go missing. They didn't emerge from the shadows until the bombing. Dr. Grimms theorized that the nuclear explosion caused their creation, but I disagree. They were there before the bombing. The bombing just made them mad. Something primordial from the deep within the core of the scythe was knocked loose when we started our sick experiments here. When we tried to